Yeah, he liked obviously painterly artists. I remember the last trip we took to Europe, we went to Spain, and I remember we were in the Prado, which is pretty much nearly heaven on earth if you're in the art business. And I remember thinking we went in the room with all the Rubens. And they were not only Rubens paintings, but they were good Rubens paintings, superior Rubens paintings. And you can run into a Rubens, depending on how much involvement his studio had with the production, that perhaps is not quite as stellar as other Rubens. And these were absolutely fabulous. And I didn't think he was ever going to come out. I mean, you know, he stood in front of me, he looked, and he looked, and he looked, and it almost, you know, sort of maybe taking it in as it were, kind of thing. So there's a pretty obvious example. So that he liked the Victorian artists because in an age when, well, let's face it, Stella and Nolan were in, the Victorian artists for him were quite refreshing. And he looked a lot at them from the point of view perhaps of their illustrative quality, sometimes their somewhat mysterious romantic themes that I think appeal to him. But he never really became a Victorian artist or an imitator of a Victorian artist, simply because they were probably too tight for him. As I mentioned, he liked Rayburn for his edges. To him, Rayburn was the one artist that developed the most perfect edges an artist had ever developed. One other really significant influence on him was film. When he was in New York, he used to go to a lot of the experimental film showings. He was a lot of the early Warhol, the sort of previews, that kind of thing. There was kind of an underground that probably didn't start till 10 or 11 at night, and Dick was a night person. He painted in the dark. This Northlight business, you didn't need that fluorescence. Enough cool, enough warm balance could do it. So he was, by his very nature, just a nocturnal guy. So he spent a lot of time in New York involved with film. As a matter of fact, he and his friend Peter actually shot a film. I have no idea what happened to it. It's probably, right now, disintegrated celluloid or something like that. But they took film pretty seriously, and he was very interested in that. And that probably had a significant impact on his work as well. So you can name any of the sort of, a Michelangelo wouldn't have interested him very much. A Leonardo, no. But when you think of the Baroque world, that was where he would reference back to.
I can see that.